Wake up, Jacob. This is Israelite Prepper, and this is going to be a bruise news brought to you with no further ado. I was looking online and I saw an article, and being the set apart ones as we are, I look out and I look at the world, and it's almost like a sitcom, right? It's just kind of you see what the other people do because they have a different mindset. They see things different than we do as Hebrews. So I look at it, I sit back and I take my popcorn and I just look at what the world is doing. So to me, the world is almost like a character in and of itself. I give it a little humanity, if I can use that phrase, just a little bit, and just make the world a character. So out there in this world, the world says it's okay to have alternative lifestyles, and we already know there's an alphabet community out there, and anything, pretty much anything goes, if you will. Anything goes where you'll have men saying, "Hey, everything's fine. Love is love. Live and let live and let live." And "Hey, my best friend is gay," and so on and so forth. So you get a lot of that. But sometimes when you let some things play out, it can get pretty entertaining. And so I want to bring that information to you, the set apart ones, because guess what? We can just look on the sidelines and just enjoy ourselves, just have a good time at the world's expense. It can be quite entertaining. So I'm going to show you this article that came out just a couple days ago. And right there in the title says a girl sued to block participation of transgender athletes. So we're going to go ahead and read this story a little bit. And it says the family of three female high school runners filed a federal lawsuit Wednesday seeking to block transgender athletes in Connecticut from participating in girls' sports. I wonder why. Let's read a little bit more. Selena Soul, a senior at Glastonbury High School, Chelsea Mitchell, and senior at Kenton High School, and Alana Smith, a sophomore at Danbury High School, are represented by the conservative nonprofit organization Alliance Defending Freedom. They argue that allowing athletes with male anatomy to compete has deprived them of track titles and scholarship opportunities. You don't say. You don't say. So you have a lot of people out in the world, and they believe, they have more of a liberal mindset, and they believe that, hey, you know what? People are born this way, and that's how they are, and respect other people's dispositions. Okay, but okay, world, you're gonna have to take this L and wear it well. Okay, this doesn't seem to work out for you. I mean, sure, we were talking about, men going into women's restrooms and so on and so forth, but nobody seemed to care. But now we have men who can participate. Well, I'm sorry, men who identify as women can participate in women's sports, and somehow, some way, they're dominating, and it's shocking to some people. You don't say. Let's continue. Mentally and physically, we know the outcome before the race even starts, said Smith, who is the daughter of former Major League pitcher Lee Smith. That biological unfairness doesn't go away because of what someone believes about gender identity. All girls deserve the chance to compete on a level playing field. Really, really. Oh, world. World. Sounds like you guys are going to have a lot of contradictions on your hand. But where does it all end? When it's going to be enough is enough. I got my popcorn ready. Let's continue. The lawsuit was filed against the Connecticut Association of Schools, Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference, and the boards of education in Bloomfield, Cromwell, Glastonbury, Canton, and Danbury. Quote, forcing girls to be spectators in their own sport is completely at odds with Title 9. I think that's 9. Roman numerals has always been my kryptonite. A federal law designed to create equal opportunities for women in education and athletics. Attorney Christiana Holcomb said Connecticut's policy violates that law and reverses nearly 50 years of advances for women. The Connecticut Association of Schools, Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference, says its policy follows a state anti-discrimination law that says students must be treated in school by the gender with which they identify, and the group believes the policy is appropriate under both state and federal law. World, ooh, the plot thickens. What happens? Can you guys imagine? I mean, we've examine the low-hanging fruit, that is, a man who identifies as a woman going into the female restroom. But now this is getting to another level altogether. It's getting juicy. Now, can you imagine a man who identifies as a woman and now he's competing in women's wrestling or women's MMA? Very, very interesting indeed. Let's continue, shall we? The lawsuit follows a Title IX complaint filed last June by the girls' families and the Alliance Defending Freedom with the U.S. Education Department's Office for Civil Rights, which is investigating the policy. The lawsuit centers on two transgender sprinters, Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood, who have frequently outperformed their cisgender competitors. Really? Really? Okay, world, you better be careful. If you're going to go after Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood, be careful. They might slap the kombucha right out of your mouth. Continuing, the two seniors have combined to win 15 girls' state indoor or outdoor championship races since 2017, according to the lawsuit. Just between these two seniors, they've won 15 girls' title. Really? Well, I didn't see that coming. Continuing, the three plaintiffs have competed directly against them, almost always losing to Miller and usually behind Yearwood. Mitchell finished third in the 2019 state championship in the girls' 55-meter indoor track competition behind Miller and Yearwood. Quote, our dream is not to come in second or third, but to win fair and square, Mitchell said. All we're asking for is a fair chance. Yearwood, a senior at Cromwell High School, and Miller, a senior at Bloomfield High School, issued statements vehemently defending their right to run in girls' events. They are saying we have a right to compete in girls' events. Interesting. Let's look. I have faced discrimination in every aspect of my life, and I no longer want to remain silent, Miller said. I am a girl and I am a runner. I participate in athletics just like my peers to excel, find community and meaning in my life. It is both unfair and painful that my victories have been attacked and my hard work ignored, end quote. Yearwood said she also is a girl and has been hurt by the efforts to tear down my success. I will never stop being me, she said in her statement. I will never stop running. I hope that the next generation of trans youth doesn't have to fight the fights that I have. I hope they can be celebrated when they succeed, not demonized. For the next generation, I run for you. The American Civil Liberties Union said it will represent the transgender teens and defend the Connecticut policy in court. Attorney Chase Strangio, Deputy Director for Trans Justice with the ACLU, LGBT, and HIV Project, said transgender girls also are protected by Title IX. I really hope that's 9. Quote, the idea that the law only protects the individuals with XX chromosome as compared to individuals with XY chromosomes is found nowhere in the legislative history of Title IX. In any implementation regulation or in any other aspect of the interpretation of Title IX over the last 50 years by the courts, he said. The attorneys for the Alliance Defending Freedom is asking the court to prevent the transgender girls from competing while the lawsuit moves forward. Well, good luck with that. No hearing date on the request has been scheduled Wednesday, the day before the state's indoor track championships begin. Connecticut is one of 17 states that allow transgender high school athletes to compete without restrictions in 2019, according to the transthletes.com, which tracks state policies in high school sports across the country. 8 states have restrictions that make it difficult for transgender athletes to compete while in school, such requiring athletes to compete under the gender of their birth certificate or allowing them to participate only after going through sex reassignment procedures or hormone therapies, according to Translete. Yearwood and Miller have said they are still in the process of transitioning but have declined to provide details. Wow, that is very, very, very interesting. Man, the world just keeps getting a little weirder and wilder, and I'm enjoying it from the sidelines personally. You know, yeah, that has me It has me scratching my head and entertained because I saw it coming. I saw it coming. I don't know why some people are so shocked and dismayed and awestruck. This comes with the territory. That's how it goes. Now, you guys have my you guys have my thoughts, and I'm gonna get off before somebody comes in here and try to baptize me into the bubble stop. And I'll just look at your comments. Till next time, I am Israelite Prepper. I will see you guys on the next one. Shalom.